Marvel Zombies is out in full on Disney Plus, 4 episode miniseries with each episode around 40 minutes each. Unclear at the moment if there will be a second season or if it's all we got. Originally conceived as a movie, then remade into a show, otherwise they wouldn't have been able to use Spider-Man due to rights issues between Marvel and Sony. This spins off from an episode of the first season of What If, which is another MCU animated show. It's essentially an alternate world where a zombie plague transformed most of the world and most of the superheroes in that world into mindless zombies. In the show, we start with Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, and Riri Williams, Ironheart, as they find a device in the ruins of New York that could potentially save the world. If they get it into orbit, they can send a message to the Nova Corps so that they can come and potentially help. So they embark on this journey to find others willing to assist them on their quest. Now, I thought it was okay, not great, not terrible. I appreciate that it's a darker version of Marvel with some properly violent action that is often well designed and pretty to look at. I do enjoy the visual style that was pioneered in What If most of the time. I do think it's maybe not as impressive in the slower moments, but in action it really shines. I also liked some cool alternate versions of characters we know and love. Mad Max Shang-Chi, Infinity Hulk, Zombie Thor, and especially Moon Knight Blade. Which, by the way, is super funny to me that when the creators of this show were writing it, they were totally expecting by the time this comes out, the Blade movie with Mahershala Ali would have already been released. Meanwhile, that still hasn't even started production after close to a decade now since it's first been announced, and this is the character's first appearance in the MCU. What I wasn't so impressed with is, first off, how shallow most of the character interactions felt. I get that they wanted to have so many different people to play with and to kill off, but as a result, I felt that aside from Kamala, there was very little development of anyone else that would make me really care about them. And I get the sense, put it like this, I get the sense that this show relied on me knowing and liking all these characters already. Much like Marvel has done for a good while now, but for most of the later introduced characters, we don't have quite the same relationships with them that we did with the original Avengers lineup. Like, Shang-Chi shows up, okay, cool, but he was in one movie so far. Blade was in none. And also, and this is the worst offense for me, is most of these characters feel and sound exactly the same because they all keep endlessly quipping and joking around just like any other Marvel project, which not only has gotten old everywhere else, but especially here it doesn't fit in this bleak, depressing world of a zombie apocalypse. I think Marvel is afraid of allowing its characters to be serious, and it's kind of hurting the projects. But having said that, I didn't have a bad time watching this, especially the last episode was kind of a blast, really worth the time. Otherwise, I'd say it depends in general. If you're a comic book fan or a fan of Marvel, definitely check this one out. If not, I don't think you're going to like it as much.